Okay, DMBPF here. I'm going back to these styles, yeah. So what I want to say, what I want to add on to one of my previous videos that I must have done last year, where I talked about how they choose your partners for you. Yeah. Now don't worry. Yeah. Once you see that video, you're awake. If it's me that woke you up, then it's my responsibility to guide you, yeah, to the Lord, because it's not me you should follow. If it was, then I'll be just like them, those that I freed you from. My mission is to free you from them and then free you from me, so that you can follow the Lord. So if my video freed you, then obviously I'm gonna be there for you all the way through this, so you don't have to worry about it. So after looking at that video, this is the next thing I want you to consider: how to stay free and independent once you have been set free. Yeah. If you're a woman and you've realized that, yeah, your partner has been chosen for you, then that's when it starts. That's when your freedom, your independence, that's when it starts. To maintain that, it's a rocky road. From time you realize that, then me and you is equal, because no man owns you and I don't own you. Yeah, you just never been. Yeah. So to stay free, yeah, there's one thing you must realize: the mistake that leads people to be owned by those that love them. If you choose the wrong person, yeah, then that's what you did to cause your situation where you became enslaved and owned by your handler. You shouldn't be attracted to the wrong sort of people. Yeah? You must now start to research and know what your typical gang stalker looks like. By now, you know that it looks like your chosen partner. So you see the mistake that young girls and boys make, yeah, when they're selecting who to partner with. If you find a man that reassures you that when he starts complaining and whinging about things, everyone will turn up, yeah, to defend him, and you're considering this to be your partner, the first thing you must ask yourself before you enter anywhere, the first thing you must ask yourself before you enter a building is: where is the toilet? Where am I gonna shit? And where is the exits? Just in case of anything. The first thing you must do when you enter anything is to ask yourself, where is the exit? Now, if a man's carrying on like everyone that you know, everyone around him will, you know, run to his aid and defend him when he starts crying and moaning, and you want to enter a relationship with someone who's like that, the first thing you must ask yourself is, if anything ever went wrong in this relationship, how the hell am I gonna leave that man? If you can't see an exit, don't enter. Those of you that were freed after seeing my video on how they choose your partners for you, why did the music go off? run that truck again. No, let me stop it right there. Now let me talk to you. So those who are freed by my last video, and which was talking about how your partner is your handler, if you were freed then you wouldn't have had these words of advice, before that point in time. So that mistake has already been done. Leave it in the past. Some of you would notice by now that after seeing my video, your handler panicked. Some of you might have watched my video, then the next thing you saw is a friend commented on it. So then reality hits home. So if you are freed before I've just told you what I've told you in this video, then that mistake means that in some situations you can't come out of it. I'm being real here. There's those type of man, if you choose that type of man, that's a psychopath. That's a man that when you try to leave him will resort to telling you, if I can't have you, no one will have you. Then he'll resort to stalking you. So you need to be able to identify that type of man so that you don't get involved with him. This is why I just told you, if he's somebody who acts like everyone will jump to his defense when he starts complaining, that's the type of man that if he chose to be a psychopath, how are you going to leave him if everyone's going to believe him? So if you haven't selected a man yet, try to avoid those unless you want to become a targeted individual. But if you've already selected that one, then you see, it was your mistake, you see. So I'm still going to be there for you, advising you of the best way to cope in that situation or out of that situation. But to say it bluntly, there's two ways you can go about it. There's three ways, but I won't mention the third one. The first way is that all the three ways involve you accepting reality. You have to accept that the only way you're going to leave that relationship is to go somewhere where that man can't find you, or if the Almighty intervenes, and you can't wish harm on anyone. If the Almighty intervenes, that's also the other way you can. And there's a third way, but I'm not an evil person and won't mention that, because everything I say, once you start to awaken people, everything you say, they will try and discredit it. If they're trying to own someone, and if they're trying to own you, and you're listening to my video now, to this vlog now, he or she is standing right beside you, trying to find ways of criticizing what I'm saying. So if you have made that decision to be someone like that, and you're trying to leave that situation, then just hope that God takes you out of that, and I'll try and guide you from that in such a way that you remain safe. And I told you the next two keys that I gave you, where you must detach yourself from those people emotionally, and psychologically, before you think about detaching yourself from them physically. So that's the next thing that you have to do. And for those who haven't made that choice yet, remember, if it's Mr. Popularity, and it becomes funny, make sure you know how you can get out of that. Otherwise you end up in that situation. That's all I wanted to say.